Signs that a guy doesn't love you. Before you decide what to do if a guy doesn't feel love for you, you need to figure out if this is really the case. Or maybe you made it up for yourself? The following signs will help you realize that a guy isn't even looking in the direction of love for you. 1. He doesn't talk about love or even states that he doesn't love you. This is the most obvious sign. It's like shining a flashlight in his eye. A guy can express his feelings, either covertly or veiledly. If he says directly that he doesn't love you or asks you not to fall in love with him, there are no high feelings on his part. Except that girls tend to think it's a guy flirting that way. But no. He really doesn't. 2. He doesn't have you alone. The guy is not embarrassed by you at all, and in your presence, he flirts with others, gives them signs of attention. He also corresponds with many girlfriends, and meets with them to chat. Only he doesn't take you to these meetings. If he is interested in someone other than you, what kind of love are we talking about? 3. He treats you badly and hurts you. A person who loves you doesn't want to hurt you. He will protect your feelings. And if he allows rudeness or hurtful jokes, makes fun of your shortcomings in public, and passionately talks about his exes, then your feelings do not interest him. This can also include the fact that after a quarrel he insults you, blackmails you or proudly keeps silent for days on end. Loving people do not humiliate each other despite conflicts. 4. He doesn't pay you the attention you deserve. The guy doesn't think it's necessary to warn you if he's going to leave or meet his friends. He says he forgot. Don't believe it. If a man cares about you, he will always find a moment for you. He has absolutely no interest in what your hobbies are. In the absence of love, a guy won't care what books you like or how you prefer to spend your free time. Your safety is nothing to him. He doesn't think it's necessary to walk you home if you've met in the dark. And also does not react if in the general company began to attack you. A man in love always seeks to protect his mate. 5. He doesn't try hard to be a part of your life. The guy doesn't take you seriously if he doesn't rush to introduce you to his parents and friends. That said, you've already been in a relationship for a long time. In turn, he is not burning desire to join your company and avoids your relatives. He is vague in his answers to questions about your future together. Answers in the style of "wait and see" have become customary. Don't believe it. He just doesn't see you in his life. 6. He avoids talking to you. Yes, when a woman bursts, that flow is hard to stop. But a sensitive and loving partner will make an effort to listen carefully to what you have accumulated. And if he changes the subject or just walks away, it means that he does not care about your feelings. Your tears are also an indicator of love. If your boyfriend doesn't comfort you, but instead gets angry, this means that there is no love here. 7. He's always annoyed. You may have some unnerving, typically female, habits. But a guy who loves you treats them leniently. And if he starts making claims and criticizing everything you do, he's just not comfortable with you. And love is out of the question. 8. He doesn't want to spend a penny on you. Flowers are a waste of money? Does he ask you to chip in for gas? Is it a split bill at the restaurant? A guy who loves you is always generous. And even with his last bit of money, he's ready to please his soulmate. Yes, love is not measured by money. But men are always willing to invest in what matters to them. There is a possibility that he is, in principle, a miser. But it is definitely not worth getting involved with such a man. 9. Always unhappy with you. Love is to accept the person as he is. Do not judge him and do not criticize him. If a guy doesn't like your figure or the way you wear makeup, why is he even with you? Even if you change, he'll find something to complain about. 10. Intimate life has gone downhill. Everyone is different. Everyone has different temperaments, and stress and fatigue can affect the quality and quantity of intimacy. But for men, in the case of fading love, it is this area that begins to suffer first. If he no longer cares about your playful hints and candid photos, it means that as a woman you do not attract. And no new underwear will not bring back his passion. Especially if there is no love.